Guys, it's Bimerzen with another short video, and today I will try to determine if the N42 or N46 BMW engines are interference or non-interference engines. So here is a BMW N42 engine, and I have it from a scrap car. So I have the cylinder head off, so this is the perfect time to do some testing and some research. So I've decided to check if these engines are interference engines. So interference engines are the engines where the valves can hit the top of the pistons if the engine loses timing. So when the valve is opened all the way and the piston is all the way at the top, and if they collide, that means that the engine is interference engine. So as you can see, I have my engine block here, and I have already put this engine in top dead center position on the first cylinder. As you can see, these pistons, they have valve relief, so those are the grooves here on the top of the pistons. So this is where the valve can move into and not collide with the piston. So I've measured this depth here, and it is about 5 millimeters. From that we can determine that the valve can be opened at least 5 millimeters when the piston is in top dead center position. In addition to that, we have to account for the head gasket, which is about 0.4 millimeters. So we have a good 5 millimeters of clearance here. And here is the cylinder head on my workbench. And I already have the intake side in full open position. So the valves are fully open at the moment. Now, I did have to put the intermediate lever for the Valvetronic in the fully open position so that the valves move out all the way. And as you can see, the valves protrude about 5 millimeters out of the cylinder head. Let me see if I can show you. So I did measure that the valves drop about 5 millimeters. So in theory, that should mean that this is a non-interference engine. So the valves cannot be opened such as to hit the top of the pistons. Now, to be extra sure that this is the case, I've used a little bit of just brake grease. Now let me show you. This is a copper grease, so it is pretty sticky and very nice color. So what I did is I've used a little bit of this lubrication and I've put it here on the valve relief, and then I've put the cylinder head back onto the engine, and then I tried to do a couple of rotations of the camshaft, and I did that very carefully so not to bend any valve. And when I've removed the cylinder head, I've seen just a little bit of this nice copper grease on the top of the valve. So that means that if I take into account that there is still clearance for the head gasket, so about 0.4 millimeters, that means that these valves are pretty much not touching the piston top. So from what I can see, this is a non-interference engine. So if you have a broken chain rail guide and you have a jumped chain, that means that the chain can jump quite a lot and the pistons will not collide with the valves. So if you are having this issue and you are unsure what happens, I think, this is my opinion and my personal measurement, I think that this is not an issue. So you will most probably not bend the valves if you have your camshaft out of timing. So I thought that this is a useful information for you. So thanks for watching. Consider subscribing if you have E46 or another BMW with N42 or N46 engine. And remember, keep Zen and continue the art of BMW maintenance.